القاعدة الخامسة, the fifth rule, من عزم على الكفر في المستقبل, anyone who decides to blaspheme, or anyone who decided to blaspheme in the future, anyone who decided to blaspheme in the future, أو تردد فيه, or he was hesitant about doing that, أو علق كفره بحصول أمر, or he made blaspheming dependent on something, contingent on something. كأن قال, like for him to say, إن تلف مالي, if I lose my money, أو هلك ولدي, or if my child dies, تهوت, then I will embrace Judaism. أو أنتقل إلى دين غير دين الإسلام, or I will change my religion from Islam. كفر في الحال, then he has blasphemed immediately in the present. وكذا من أمر غيره بالكفر, and likewise, anyone who commands someone else to blaspheme, he blasphemes. كما يفعل بعض الناس لتمرين الطفل على الكلام, like how some people, some wretched, low life people, would do with a baby when teaching the child to speak or training the child to speak. فيقولون له سب لهذا ربه, they would say to that baby, insult this person's God, yani insult God himself. You might say this person's God, it would mean what he worships and believes to be God. It's not what's meant here. It means the one who is actually God. And so basically it means then, like to say to that child, insult God. فإن من أمر الطفل الذي لا يفهم المعنى بهذا الكلام يكفر. Indeed, anyone who commanded the baby who doesn't even understand the meaning of this talk, to do that, he blasphemes. كما لو قال لرجل كبير, just like if he said to an adult, سب لهذا ربه, insult God, يعني insult this person's God. فالحكم واحد, the rule is the same. It doesn't matter that that baby doesn't understand what he's saying. ويكفر من أكره إنسانا على الكفر, and anyone who forces a person to blaspheme blasphemes. لأن الرضا بالكفر كفر, because acceptance of blasphemy is blasphemy. ومثل ذلك استحسان الكفر من غيره ولو لم ينطق بذلك, and like that is approval of blasphemy, of someone else's blasphemy, even without uttering it or uttering anything. أما من ضحك للتهكم بمن نطق بالكفر, but concerning someone who laughed to deem ridiculous someone who uttered blasphemy, أو مغلوبة, or he was overcome with laughter, فلا يكفر, then he doesn't blaspheme. What does overcome mean? Overcome doesn't mean it's a big burst of laughter. He can't stop. Ah, so crazy. My stomach hurts. Even doesn't have to be that much. Means he heard something and then his reaction was to laugh. Not that he likes the kufr though. فلا يكفر, then he doesn't blaspheme. لأنه غير راض بالكفر, لأنه غير راض بالكفر, because he is not accepting of the blasphemy. He is unaccepting of the blasphemy. ولا مستحسن له, and he is not approving of it. وإذا عزم الكافر على أن يسلم, and on the other hand, If a disbeliever decided to embrace Islam, so what does decided mean? It means he didn't do it yet. This is the same word that a Shafi'i says is not sufficient for the worships. What did a Shafi'i say needs to be for the worships? Niyyah, niyyah, intend. Niyyah. What's the time of intention according to a Shafi'i? At the moment of doing the deed. What is it that's not valid according to a Shafi'i? To decide, for example, to make wudu. That's not enough. Rather, when the water touches your face, you need to have niyyah, not azm. Intention, not decision. So that's how I'm differentiating the English words here. I'm treating the word decision in English like the word azm in Arabic, meaning something you do before you do the deed. And I'm going to treat the word intention like the word niyyah, according to ash-Shafi'i, which means what you do while doing the deed. But unless the context makes it clear for you that we're saying intention and it means decision. So don't be confused. Decision is what you do, according to the way we're talking now. Decision is what you do before you do the deed. And we're going to say intention for when you do the deed. But we might say intention and it means decision. So don't be confused. Shaykh says, وَإِذَا عَزَمَ الْكَافِرُ عَلَىٰ أَنْ يُسْلِمْ. If a disbeliever decides to embrace Islam, that means he didn't do it yet. وَلَمْ يُسْلِمْ بِالْفِعْلِ, and he has not actually embraced Islam, فَلَا يَجْعَلُهُ ذَلِكَ مُؤْمِنًا. That will not make him a believer. Yani Shaykh is showing the contrast. The believer who decided to blaspheme, that makes him a blasphemer. The blasphemer who decided to embrace Islam, that alone does not make him a believer. Because he has to say the shahada. حتى ينطق بالشهادتين عن عزم وجزم. Not until he pronounces the two shahadas with here azm, yani with decision, yani with definitiveness, decisively, وجزم, and with firmness. فيكون مسلما, then he will be a Muslim.